Hey everybody, it's David Oak Farm. I want to do a little video for you to show you how to rough a new penetration through the side of your house. These are going to be my flue and combustion air from my boiler, but this would apply to a dryer vent or a light fixture. I put these same type of blocks behind all my lanterns and things on my house. And just basically how you'd flash one of these things in so that you hopefully don't get any leaks. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, the PVC and CPVC flue and combustion air are going to come through this wall a couple feet apart, pretty close to the middle, so it looks nice. So I'm going to have to lay that out. I'm going to take a few pieces of siding off so I can put some nice blocks on the wall and flash around it properly so this looks nice and doesn't leak and isn't a maintenance nightmare. Alright, first thing to do is going to be find the center of the wall. Alright, 12'8". 6'4". Alright, that's our center. I want the two inlets to be about a foot of siding in between them, and they're going to be on a 8-inch wide block. So we'll go 10 inches each direction. And those should be the center of our holes. Now I'm up this high. I expect the center of my hole to be here. My block would be roughly here with a pipe right in the middle. I'm putting the marks up on this piece of siding because I'm hoping to leave this one in place while I work so I can keep my center marks, and also so my blocks are an appropriate height so that the distance here is really good. So I'll leave this one in place until I'm ready to flash. Down here you have two sill plates inside the house, so I know I can't drill through here. So on top of that I should have my floor joists about this level or so. So that should be hopefully a good spot. Should be the best spot. We'll go inside and take a look. Somewhere right around the center here should be where I drilled. So I gotta pull a little piece of insulation out of the way and see what we can see. And there it is, folks. That looks like we've got a winner. Got plenty of room above, plenty of room below, so that's going to be a perfect spot to put the block in. Now this came out in exactly the perfect spot, so now it's time to rip 3 pieces of siding off. And if you don't have one of these, get one. I find that breaking the paint like this helps get the siding off sometimes. This whole clapboard is toast. Okay, now it's time to put up our first layer of flashing, which is going to be some ice and water shield. This is the edge of my block. It's going to come 4 inches at the center of my block. It's going to come 4 inches this way. And I would like to have probably at least another 4 inches of ice and water shield there. So I'm going to measure out 8 inches. Just put a general line here. Same with this one. Put a little line here. Alright, as you can see, I have 2 layers of ice and water shield up. They're not sticking real well still, so I did tack them in with some nails. It's kind of a bummer it's not sticking, but I know as soon as the hot summer sun bakes on this thing, it'll definitely get more tacky. And I might even bring my heat gun out later and try and give it a warm up because it's just too cold to be sticky. I was not smart. I stored this roll in the garage overnight last night, and it didn't want to stick today. So. All right, here we are. I'm just about ready to cut the PVC blocking, but just want to show you what I'm listening to over here. Please ignore the flashing little annoying little statement on screen. This is Sam over at Green Acres Homestead, the guy who started ContentCreators.org. Should definitely check both of those out. I'll put some links down below. First, let's talk about material. This is 1 by 10 PVC, so it's 9 inches by 3/4. I'm going to cut it down to an 8-inch square. I like this PVC stuff. We have white trim in our house, so I'm replacing every piece of wood trim and every new piece of trim that goes on. I'm using PVC, so I never have to paint it again. And at some point, I'll probably go to a composite cement fiber siding. So I will have no painting for the rest of my life, hopefully. But it all begins with the trim. After the trim is done, I'll do siding. Anyways, in order to make sure all of my cuts are even, I'm just using a stop block set at 8 inches off the blade, so that every single cut should come out the same. Because I wear glasses, this is my preferred eye protection. Right, now it's time to put some head flashing on this. You don't want to just terminate your flashing right at the edge of the block, because water could get in here and get down behind. So you want to basically reproduce this drip edge on the sides. But now you can see it'll be really hard for any rain to get in there. And if I have a course here that's overlapped by a course here, we end up starting to get a really tight connection in here. See, this goes out of contact exactly when it's done. So there's one. Okay guys, I apologize, I had to wrap up. My camera battery had died. It's been raining on me off and on the whole time we've been out here. But let me give you a quick walkthrough of what I did. It's one of those things, gotta get it done. So, the bottommost clapboard, I notched. You can imagine the top of the clapboard is about here. So I notched underneath. Something that would have been better if I had a table saw would have been to rip a kerf underneath the bottom of this to actually accept the clapboard. That would have even been a better design if this actually overlaid the clapboard. But I did not do that because I don't have a table saw. But there we go, a couple of little pieces of flashing. Everything's all tucked back in. We just need a little bit of caulking here. And again, there's ice and water shield underneath this, so if ever any water would get in here, it would weep out between this clapboard and the starter strip. And also I peeled this out and put some ice and water shield as far up as I could reach to cover the top of these pieces of flashing up here as well. So obviously I got some caulking, some painting, some priming, but as a matter of fact I have to do this whole gable next year. So, but that's it guys. That's a quick how-to on how to rough in a few penetrations through the side of your house.